Hey guys and dolls. So probably the number one thing that I get questions about or comments or personal messages and things like that is hair. Mainly hair color or wanting to know why is my hair so shiny, how do I keep my color lasting so long, things like that. So I thought it would be a good idea to do kind of a video that talks about my experience with hair dyeing, some of my hair dyeing tips and tricks for keeping my hair color lasting. I would like to state I'm not a professional. I have been dyeing my own hair for almost 12 years now. I started when I was 12 and I'm going to be 24 this year. So I do know a few things, and I am going to be going to school for hair. This is what I want to do. But if you're attempting anything, I mean, dyeing your hair at home is a great thing to do if you have the patience and the skill for it. Some people, yeah, there's a reason why people go to school for hair. It's not easy. It's not something I can teach you in a 10-minute long video or a 20-minute long video. But what I can basically give you guys is my tips. If you are attempting to do anything crazy like going from platinum blonde to black or vice versa, or if you need major color reconstruction, I might not be the best person to ask, and I kind of feel like that's kind of nipping some questions in the butt, and I don't really want to like be turning people away. It's just that I really can't help you with that. I can't see your hair in person, so I can't, you know, measure the damage. Beyond that, I'm not a professional, and probably your best bet is if your hair is like really ruined or something, or if you want to go platinum blonde or something like that, see a professional, please. Just trust me on that one. I mean, platinum is freaking ridiculously hard. I've never been able to do it, and I tried. So, anyway, here are some of the things that I do when I dye my hair. One of the number one questions I get is, how do you put so many different colors in your hair? It's super easy the way that I do it. I literally section off the top, you know, in a section, and I'll pin it up. And I'll dye the black part first, and then when that's all dyed and rinsed out, I'll do the top. Now, one other thing I want to address that a lot of people ask me is, how can your hair survive all that damage? Well, I don't bleach my hair all the time. Right now, as of today, I have not bleached my hair in 2 months exactly. And you can see my roots. And the other question I get is, what is your natural hair color? It's this ugly dark blonde. You can see I've got at least an inch of roots where I have not bleached my hair. That's why I have roots, and it's funny because some people are like, wow, you bleach your hair all the time, and other people leave nasty, rude comments like, roots, oh girl, you need to do your roots. I'm aware. I actually, when I have pink hair, I personally prefer to have natural hair color roots, because I hate when people come up to me and touch my hair and go, is that a wig? And I'm like, oh no, you did not just touch my hair. Anyway, but yeah, basically what I do is once every 2 to 3 months, I will bleach the top layer, and I'll put pink in, and then I'll just keep on putting the pink or the purple, or in this case I've got some orange in there now. Just continue to put that over it. It is not a traditional dye. A traditional dye is one where you mix the colorant, which in this case it is a cream. This one is Jet Black from Ion. This is the black that I use. I personally like this one because it fades to more of a brown color as opposed to some blacks like blue blacks that fade to kind of like an inky grayish color. This one fades really nicely. And without getting into too much of the technical stuff, because honestly, I only know a little bit and I don't want to make an absolute ass of myself. Pardon my French. But this is the colorant. This is the developer. This is a level 10. Unless you are actually trying to lighten your hair color, don't do more than a level 10 because it just damages your hair. One of the big no-nos that I used to think before I really started doing research on hair and what makes hair color stick, I used to think that the more damaged your hair was, the better the color would stick. This is totally not true. Color sticks to healthy hair. So one of the most important things is to keep your hair healthy, and I'll have more on that in just a minute, but right now I'm just talking about hair dye. So this is the black that I use, and this is a traditional dye where this is basically peroxide mixes with a developer, and it takes color out of your hair and puts the color in. Now what I do, like I said with like the bleaching, is I bleach it, you know, once every 2 to 3 months, and then I'll take one of these semi-permanent dyes. These are both from Special Effects. This is actually the purple that I had off and on. It's called Wildflower. This is the red that I had last summer that everyone always asks me, what's that red? It's this. It's Devilish. When I had the Devilish, I just put it over a traditional salon dye job of this type, and once that started to fade, I put this over it. Unfortunately, I'm all out of my pink, so I can't show you, but it was Atomic Pink, and it's fading really, really fast right now. And I'm going to talk about things that fade your hair in just a minute. These are basically vegetable-based colorants. There's nothing in this that's going to lighten your hair. So a lot of people will ask me, do I have to bleach my hair before I put one of these in? Yes and no. If you want it to be this bright color, yes, you have to have your hair almost white. So yes, bleaching is necessary, even if you have naturally blonde hair. It's just not going to go over it right. However, if what you want is just basically like a tonal highlights or something like that, yeah, you could put ones like the reds over your natural hair color and it will look really good. Especially if your hair is very porous. My hair isn't all that porous because it's so like fine and limp and crappy. The ends are incredibly dry because I really, really need a haircut, so this would probably stick in my ends pretty good right now. So yeah, another thing that I want to mention that's really good for having when you're dyeing your hair is a little bowl. This is the same bowl that I've used for years and years. It's like a, I don't know, maybe it's like a teacup or maybe it's a rice bowl. I don't know. It's like an Asian motif on it. And mine's bent. I actually need to throw this one out. But and a tint brush. That way you can take your dyes, mix them up in the bowl, and then use this to apply it to your hair. It just makes it a lot easier. I know they also sell the bottles where it has like them measured, the amounts. Those are really, really good to use, especially for beginners when you don't know how much of each. Basically, you want to do with these, you want to do a 1-to-1 ratio. I've been doing it so long, I just eyeball it. Honestly, I don't really pay attention, but I mean, whatever works. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover on how I dye my hair. One other really quick tip that really, really works is sometimes like when you buy like box dyes or whatever, they come with gloves. First of all, always use gloves. Yeah, even if you're bleaching, use gloves because your hands will get destroyed. Anyway, I buy the Nitro gloves. This one's from CVS Pharmacy. For one, they're blue, which is pretty, but basically they're not really indestructible, but they're really tough gloves. And they're easy to put on. I mean, look how hard I'm tugging on it. Basically, I will use these Nitro gloves to dye my hair, and then when I'm done, I'll, throw that pair out. But what I'll do to keep my hands from getting stained from my hair dyes, especially the semi-permanent ones like this, they will fade out gradually over the course of, anywhere from a week to a month, and they will stain your fingernails and your hands and everything. I'll use these Nitro gloves in the shower, and when I'm done washing my hair, I'll just take the gloves off and put them up in my shower and let them dry. And I'll use the same pair for, a week or 2 weeks until whenever I feel comfortable to just wash my hair with my bare hands. So that's a really, really good tip, is the Nitro gloves. They're relatively inexpensive, and when you have a box of 40 of them, they're really great to have around. So after you color your hair, you need to take care of your hair. One of the #1 things that I hear is people asking me, do I have to use a special shampoo after I dye my hair? Yeah, you do. It's also good to use some kind of a sealant or something like that on your hair. But I personally like to use, this is from Lonza. It's the Trauma Treatment. It smells pretty good. That really doesn't matter, but it does. It smells good. It says it extends your hair color 107% longer. That's kind of a gimmicky thing, so whatever to that. But basically, this is amazing. It's kind of like, you know, when you buy like boxed color and it comes with the thing of like super moisturizing conditioner, which is basically just like coated in silicones and stuff like that. I think this is basically the same kind of thing, but it makes my hair shiny, so I don't care. Things that are really, really good from Lanza also, and I'm not trying to be like Lanza, but this is what I use to keep my hair bright, shiny, keep my color lasting, all the things that you guys ask me about. So I use their shampoo and conditioner set for their Healing Hair Care line, and I can't say enough about it. Basically, it is sulfate free, and sulfates will really, really take the color out of your hair. Even if it says color shampoo, if it has sulfates in it, it's not really doing enough. Sulfate free shampoo and rinsing your hair in very, very cold water, like the coldest you can stand, those are the #1 things that are going to make your color last. Now these ones also have added benefits that they have, it's sulfate free like I said, and it has UV filters in it. So this has sunscreen for your hair, and you know I'm all about the sunscreen. The sun will also fade your hair color, unfortunately, and so does swimming. Yeah, thusly why my hair is fading. I've swam, I have gotten bad headaches, like I get terrible headaches, you guys. I get like migraine, horrible, I want to shoot somebody headaches, and so sometimes the only thing that helps is taking like a really hot shower, and then my hair color fades. It sucks. So yeah, hot water equals hair color fading, swimming equals hair color fading, sulfate shampoo equals hair color fading. What I like to do is when I get in the shower, I first wash my hair, then I wash my face and my neck and this whole area with my face wash, because I use my face wash on my neck and the back of my neck and stuff as well, because it's just easier. And then once I'm done with that, I use my conditioner, and then I wrap my hair in a towel so that my hair is not exposed to any of the water, and then I can turn the warm water on. Kind of weird to explain to you guys how to take a shower, but whatever. Another great way to keep your hair color rocking a little longer is to not wash it every day. I am probably the #1 person who's like, oh my god, my hair is dirty. So I decided to just go for it and just stop washing my hair every single day. And what I did to kind of stop my addiction, I guess you could say, to washing my hair every day is to get a dry shampoo. Now there's lots and lots of dry shampoos out there. The first one I tried was from Oscar Blondie, but holy Toledo is that expensive. I don't remember the ounces on it, but I'll put it right here. And it lasted like 4 uses. It was pretty pathetic. So I looked up, and Tigi, I love Tigi hair products, absolutely adore them. I have an older hair products video that I'll go ahead and put a link to in the sidebar. Love Tigi. So they have a new line called Rockaholic, and they have a Dirty Secret Dry Shampoo. Keeps your hair rocking for 1 more day. Or 1 more day, not for 1 more day, whatever. So I figured I would give it a try because it came in a 6.3 ounce can. This feels like it's about half full, and I've used it about 7 or 8 times, maybe. I don't know. So it still doesn't last that long, but it does last longer than the other. It comes with more in the can, like I said, and it's cheaper than the Oscar Blondie one. I think this one was $15.99, and then the Oscar Blondie one was 21 bucks. So there you go. This one smells more like lime, and the Oscar Blondie one smelled like lemons. I actually preferred the Oscar Blondie smell, but honestly, after, 3 minutes, you don't even notice it. Another thing I want to say, the Lanza stuff smells amazing. Like, truly amazing. I wish that they made a perfume that smelled like this. Smell-o-vision. It smells like flowers and pineapples or something. I don't really know what it smells like. I'm not good at explaining it, but whatever. And another thing that I use to help protect my color is try to not use heat styling products, and that's where this comes in again. I can wash my hair, style it, and straighten it, like blow dry and all that good stuff, and then straighten it, which I really don't have to do because my hair is straight. And again, one more thing, my straightener is just like a really cheap, $20 Conair one. I need a better one, to be completely honest, but haven't got the funds for it. But so I'm not using it on a really high heat setting like some of the other like GHD or Chi or anything like that. But because I use this on my hair, and I'll put this on either the night before or in the morning, I'll spray this on my roots and kind of work it in with my fingers. Then I don't have to use heat on my hair the second day, usually. Sometimes I kind of gotta blow dry the top a little bit to reshape it a little bit, but this stuff's awesome. This is totally worth the money. And then the other thing that I use is the Magic Bullet. This is like a spray-in hair protectant. I think this one has UV stuff in it too. Maybe not. But it definitely helps with like heat styling. So I really, really love this stuff. It doesn't smell as good as the other Lanza stuff. And the only thing I will say that I kind of don't like about this is that it kind of makes my hair not as shiny. So if you can imagine it, my hair is actually a little bit shinier. But it doesn't weigh my hair down or make my scalp itch or anything gross like that. So hopefully that covered pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Anything that I forget, I will include at the end as like extra tips or anything like that, because I'm sure I forgot stuff. Basically, I know a lot of the stuff that I cover is kind of like higher end hair care. I do use some stuff you get at the drugstore, like my mousse is actually from Got2b. My hairspray is from Got2b. But I think that with your hair, in terms of like shampoos and stuff like that, that's kind of where you want to spend your money. These are kind of pricey. I think these are in like the $25 range each. I think this is $17 and this is in the $15 to $17 range. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Different websites sell them for different amounts when I went to go look it up, and I don't remember what I paid. I just bought this, that's why I know what I bought it for. But yeah, I mean, hair is not really one of those things where the cheaper alternative will work. Sometimes it will, but basically hair is not where you want to cheat yourself and get something cheaper that isn't really going to work. Number one things are to use sulfate-free shampoos, only wash your hair every other day, and coming up this weekend I have a eyeshadow tutorial video for this. This I did with the 120 palette, but in the video I'm going to actually use MAC shadows. And then next week I have a focus on mineral makeup. I'm going to review just kind of a couple of companies all together, kind of a compare contrast, and to kind of give you an idea of what's out there. I've got my skincare video coming up that people are like crying for. No, you guys aren't crying for it, but I understand the need. I understand why you guys are asking. And also I'm going to resume the Sailor Moon series. I know, you thought it was dead and gone. You thought. That's what you thought. So I will see you guys very, very soon in those videos, and stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate you all. And coming up very soon, my contest. Are you excited? Get your makeup kits out, because this one's going to be fun. See you guys later. Bye. And anyway, they're really, really great. Ooh, it's like making me really orange. Gross. You gonna calm down?